there, so today I'm going to share with you guys a recipe for a baked penne pasta lasagna. This recipe will be available for download on my website at ourfamilynest.com. So I'm just going to briefly go over the ingredients with you, not necessarily the amounts. You need a box of penne pasta noodles, some fresh mushrooms. I just bought a large jar of spaghetti sauce, but I won't be using all of this. Some basil, some Bob Evans, well I like this particular brand, but I guess you could buy whatever you want, Italian sausage. And this is the meat we're going to be using in this recipe. We're not going to be using, well you could substitute turkey or ground beef if you wanted to. Some ricotta cheese, 1 egg, Parmesan cheese, and some mozzarella, and salt and pepper. And the first thing, I've already have some water boiling behind me here, so I'm going to go ahead and add my noodles. And then you also want to go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 right now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add the packages of Italian sausage. You don't necessarily need to use 2 of these if you don't want, but we like a lot of meat in ours. So I'm going to add 2 of them. And you just brown them in your pan. One tip I like, if ever you're cooking anything that has a box, save it, set it aside, and you can put all of your wrappers, eggshells, all of that in the box as you're cooking, and it does decrease your mess a little bit. Once your sausage is all cooked, you can either do this next step by leaving the sausage in the pan, but unfortunately my pan is a little bit too small and I don't really have one much bigger than this. So I'm going to transfer this to a bowl to set it aside. Next you're going to take your mushrooms and slice them up and brown them in the pan. So I'm going to want to turn my heat down a little bit. So you could use canned mushrooms if you want for this. We're going to use fresh ones today. And these have already been cleaned when I first bought them. I don't know, does everybody always clean these mushrooms when they buy them from the store? You could also add some like red hot pepper flakes to this sauce once your mushrooms are cooked up. Or I don't know, experiment with different kind of seasoning, but probably put some onions in it at this point if you wanted to. But the more things I add like that, the less apt my kids are going to eat it. That's the timer for my noodles. So I'm going to go ahead and drain those and just set those aside for now while I let these mushrooms cook. Go ahead and add some salt and pepper to this. You can do it now or once you add the sauce, whichever you want. Okay, so now we can go ahead and add our spaghetti sauce or marinara, whichever you want to use. This is actually 5 cups, this whole 2-pound, 13-ounce jar. I'm just going to go ahead and use the whole thing. Mix that up, and we're going to just let this simmer while we mix up our cheese mixture. Okay, for the cheese mixture, we're going to go ahead, I forgot to say too at the beginning, you need either some fresh garlic that you're going to crush up, or I have garlic powder. You're going to add your ricotta cheese, do this in like a bigger bowl like this. Okay, and then next, 1 egg. I only bought 4 cups of mozzarella cheese, and I probably should have bought 8 since I was doubling my meat mixture. Normally you would only add about half of it right now, which would be the whole 4 cups. No, which would be the 2 cups, and then save the other 2 cups for the top, which I'm going to try to do here. That should be, just make sure you set aside enough to sprinkle across the top of everything when you're done. And then you want to add some Parmesan cheese, at least a couple tablespoons. And 2 tablespoons of basil. You know me, I just try to eyeball it best I can. Or you can measure. I actually got this out to measure and I didn't use it. You could use parsley for this instead if you wanted, if you don't have basil. Just a little bit of garlic. Like I said, chopped fresh garlic or garlic powder would be fine. And some salt and pepper. Mix that up real good. Now that my pasta sauce is all simmered and ready to go, I'm going to add that to this bowl with my cooked sausage. Mix that up real good. Okay, so now we're going to start layering everything in our 13 by 9 pan. First, we're going to take about 1/3 of your sausage and sauce mixture and line the bottom of your pan. It's about 1/3. Spread that all over. And then you're going to get your noodles. And we're going to add half of the noodles on top of the meat mixture. Okay, and then next you're going to put all of your cheese mixture in the pan. Using a spatula to spread this will probably be easiest. Should have used my bigger pan. I actually have a pan a lot bigger than this that I use when I make lasagna. I should have used that pan. Then next you're going to take what's left of your sauce and put half of that on top of your cheese mixture. Spread that out. This is not going to fit at all. Total fail here, you guys. I don't know why I didn't use my bigger pan. Alright, so then the other second half of your noodles. Spread that out. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have such a mess. Use a bigger pan, you guys. Or just less noodles. I think that was the thing. I used really twice as many noodles as what I should have. Twice as much everything. Why did I not think to use a bigger pan? I do not know. Anyway, so then we're gonna top with the last of the sauce. Spread that around. Okay. Pretend this is all fit in here, okay? And then you're going to top that with the last of your mozzarella cheese. Okay, that's it. Then you're going to take this, you're going to bake it in the oven for a good, I would say 35 to 45 minutes. Just keep an eye on the cheese. Make sure it doesn't cook over, which mine's obviously going to do. Place aluminum foil underneath it or around it to prevent it from getting all over your oven, or you could use a cookie sheet or something. And we're going to have this with a Caesar salad and some of this garlic-free cheese bread. So should be nice and yummy, and I will show you guys when it's done what it looks like before we dive in. So here it is, you guys. Don't mind the fact that a section of it is missing right here. The boys had baseball and they were hungry and it wasn't going to be done in time, so they went ahead and scooped some of it out and chowed that, and then they're going to have some more when they get home. So let me know if you guys tried it and if you liked it or not. Thanks for watching.